And oddly, I'm more nervous doing this. Together Tulsa is an organization that I founded, and today I'm not going to talk about what we do, I'm going to talk about why we do it. So I think we have this belief in our society that our economic and social woes are really we should blame people who sit in the capitals of our state and of our country. But I want to argue today that it's images like this up here that are really to blame. If you Google North Tulsa, these are the images that you're going to find. You're going to find a community that looks like it's in ruins, like it has no hope whatsoever, and that these people are in the equation for success, they count as negatives. But in fact, we couldn't be further from the truth. And the fact that we think this as a society is actually one of our biggest detriments to improvement. I studied international development in college, and through that I studied a lot of poverty. But time and time again, I got to see marginalized people do incredible things because they can. And even despite not having the resources, they did it anyway. So I did Teach for America when I came back here from college, and I taught at Hale Junior High, and what you see behind me are the loves of my life. These are my students from my 8th grade class. They were the most incredible people I have ever met in my life, and I am sad if you have never had the honor of meeting people like this. And most of us have not, which is really sad. These kids came to me, many of them, unable to write a sentence on paper. But they left me able to write a 5-page essay on any topic of their choice. And that is not because I am a phenomenal teacher, I promise you that. In your first year, you can't be. That is because these kids are just freaking amazing. They have all the potential in the world. In the world. And not only that, they have all the love in the world to give to us. These are notes that my students wrote me every single day, and I keep them like little treasures, and I will keep them for the rest of my life. These kids have everything that we would wish for in people who sit in the capital of our state and of our country. I want to tell you a story about Diego. Diego is a student who, if you were to Facebook his name, you would find a young man who is pointing a gun at pictures. He is drinking tequila out of the bottle, and he is holding up gang signs. But what you don't see is that Diego is a brilliant child. This kid in 8th grade was able to read at a college level, despite an educational system that had failed him. He went through school and was not equipped with what he should have been equipped with in order to succeed. And he went through school having so little hope in what he was able to accomplish. But this kid could be the next president of the United States, and he would be a good one. This is what my kids have heard time and time again, and what I have heard as a teacher who has taught kids like them, that they're incapable, that they're too far gone. How many times I have heard, whether implicitly or explicitly, that these kids, because of their age or because of their circumstance, are too far gone. But this could not be further from the truth. These kids have everything they need innately because of the lives that they've lived. All they need is for us to give them the opportunity. These kids have what we wish for in people that should be in positions of leadership and power. They have resilience. They have strength like you and I cannot even imagine. I couldn't fathom the trauma that these kids experience, and yet they came to school every single day. They have intelligence. The questions that these people asked me in 8th grade, having gone through the system that they went through, blew my mind. Questions that I couldn't answer. Questions that are the type of questions we should be asking. They have drive that will just, they want to be the next best doctor. They want to be the next best police officer, the next best anything, you name it. All of the things that we need in this city and in this country and in this world, they can be that. They have integrity, they have honesty. You will not meet a more honest person than this one right here. But that honesty is so beautiful. She is raw. All of my students were just raw. They were real, and they were amazing. All these kids need is to be empowered, believed in, guided, and loved. That's it. And they're right next door. They're in a place where I, living here for 20-something years, had never gone to. But they're right there, and that's all they need. These kids are the assets in our community that could make our world a better place. And those 3 things are all they need to know. and they can hear it from you, and you have the power to tell them that. It's a matter of just doing it. And that is how we can make a better world. Thank you.
Keep it going for Brooke Myers, everyone.